Welcome back. We're here with more Let's Play Ultima IV, or Ultima Avatar, my fan-based project based on RPG Maker MZ. And we're going to dive right in, exploring the refuge of Vesper. In the design for this place, this city, for people who know Ultima IV, or know the Ultima world, Vesper is the refuge where a lot of the shepherds went to when Magentia was destroyed. They basically just sailed due north, more or less. In fact, it's the islands aren't shown where Magentia and Buccaneer's Den are in the Great Sea, but we're more or less due north of Magentia, up here in the Bloody Plains. Or I should say just east of the Bloody Plains, a little bit south of the Shrine of Sacrifice. South and a little bit east is Verity Isle. And what's that other one? It's D A. That's Dagger Isle. Off to our east. Let's get to know the people in Vesper, the refuge of Vesper. You see a hooking guard. Me tough. How are you? Me tough. What do you do? Me tough. You tough? Yes, me tough. We tough. I really did have fun with the dialogue, calling back in homage to the original dialogue. In Ultima IV, the original one, you'd get a text prompt, like he would say me tough, and you'd actually be given a text prompt that you could type anything you wanted into, and depending on the keyword that you typed in would be which response you got. So you'd usually ask about health to find out how well someone's doing, or job to ask what they do. Those are the main dialogue points. And along the way, if you found other information, you might ask them about things like rune or shrine or mantra, stone, whatever it is that you're talking about. Obviously, RPG Maker MZ by default doesn't have that kind of prompting. So, and it would have been a real pain in the neck to put that kind of prompting, especially since I want this game to be playable on controller. Partly because it'll be played on a Steam Deck, or could be played on a Steam Deck. The other part is because controller games are very, very accessible. So if I give this to, say, one of my friends who have, some of my friends have varying levels of ability, especially in their hands. A controller game is very accessible for them. And someone who streams games with alternate controls, like Hello It's Colo, who I view as often as I can, who plays video games with their feet, because they just don't have much duration in the amount of fine motor work they can do in their hands, and even gross motor work. So fiddling with a controller and stuff like that can be very difficult for some people. So alternate control schemes, other than keyboard and mouse, controller, allowing people to customize that and still enjoy and play the game. Super helpful. You see a funny entertainer? I am Shazbot. How are you? I have a slight tickle. What do you do? I dare you to ask me about Nate the Snake. Well, it's a long story, and we haven't the time. You think that's funny, don't you? Yeah, sure, it's funny. Well, good. I try to be. Farewell. You see a wise man. I am Durgan. How are you? Well. What do you do? I give wise counsel. Do you strive to know and develop the virtue within you? Yes, I do. Good. Seer Hawkwind should be consulted often, for he can see within you. Farewell, traveler. My personal headcanon is that Hawkwind can see. It isn't that he has any particularly magical, mystical ability, but he's a Time Lord. He can travel time back and forth, so his ability to see within you is really his ability to visit the future or the past and kind of see where you're from, see where you're going, that kind of thing. You see a tall mage. We are Twin Gates. How are you? Twin Gates says, we are well. What do you do? We welcome thee to Refuge of Vesper. Vesper is a fair village. Have you come a long way? Yes, actually I have. We are honored by the visit of the one on the quest. Welcome. Thank you, Twin Gates. A whole bunch of people around here to talk to. You'll see a small man. I am plain. How are you? I am fully healed. What do you do? I seek humility. And the 3 principles of virtue combine into 8 ways. Pride has no virtue. To be proud is not a virtue, and so Magentia was destroyed. Humility is the virtue that remains. Farewell. You see a slender shepherd. I am simple. How are you? I am fine. What do you do? I seek the Shrine of Humility. The shrine lies on the north bank of the Isle of the Abyss and is guarded by hordes of daemons. Journal seeking enlightenment, humility updated. Farewell. So that's a shrine we're not going to be visiting anytime soon. You see a fair shepherd. I am Gem. How are you? I am doing well. What do you do? I do humble works. I can help with the mantra. Since humility is the opposite of pride, so is its mantra. Do you know the mantra of pride? No, I don't. When you do, reverse it to find the mantra of humility. Farewell. You see a wise shepherd. I am Joseph. How are you, Joseph? I am well. What do you do? I am a humble shepherd on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Humility. It lies on the dark island of the Abyss. Did you know there is no shrine of pride? It's because pride is not a virtue of the Avatar. Farewell, traveler. We've learned a lot about the relationship between pride and humility. You see a bold paladin. I am Corcoran. How are you? I am fully healed. What do you do? I travel these fair lands and spread the virtues. To know your progress on the path of virtue, one must visit the Seer Hawkwind often. Do you do this? Yes, I do, or at least I try to. Good. Farewell. All right, what do you have to offer here, Wendy? Welcome to Village Arms, friend. Would you like to see my wares? Yes, please. Our slings are made from only the finest gut and leather. It's yours for 25 gold pieces. Well, I can see why you're advertising this thing, because it's the only thing, it's the most expensive thing I can afford. The another sword for Sim would be $250, so I guess we'll keep that. We're going around this way, I suppose. You see a tall, nimble woman. I am Daika. How are you? I am very well. What do you do? I am a thief. I like to borrow. My favorite things to borrow are horses. You used to be able to steal horses in the town of Paws, but they're all gone. Are you a thief? No, I'm not. Likely a wimp. All right, Daika, whatever. You can... Oh, we can get back here. Aaron says, welcome to the Axe and Ale. What'll it be, food or drinks? I'll take a little morsel of something. Our specialty is green granuket for 2 gold pieces. Would you like some? Yes, please. Here you are. That'll be 2 gold. Here, have a little tip. Thank you kindly. Anything else? Oh, not right now. See ya, mate. Who's this person down here? Behind this hidden wall, you see a meek shepherd. I am servile. How are you? Well, for now. What do you do? I can help you. I know of the Skull of Mundane. That's a bug. It is an evil artifact. To use it for any reason is a sign of great evil and no virtue. Farewell. Janna's image shouldn't have appeared there. You see a short round man with a hat and vest. I am Traveling Dan. How are you? I am fine, thank you. What do you do? I am Traveling Dan, the Tinker Man, and I am here to repair the goods at the guild shop. Been to the guild shop? Not yet. Best prices. Fair travels. Thank you, Traveling Dan. You see a sturdy laborer. I am Balthazar. How are you? I am pooped. What do you do? I am a serf. We work hard for little pay. I work the fields for my master. Do you have a master? No, I don't. You are lucky, indeed. Farewell. All right, let's talk to this guy. Long John Leary says, welcome to the guild shop. Like to see my goods? First I'd like to ask you about a sextant. So, you want a sextant? Well, I got one which I'll part with for the right price. The right price? What'll it be? How much do you offer? I could probably offer 150 safely. I couldn't part with it for less than 900 gold. Never mind. Suit yourself. See you, matey. Well, let's see what else you have, though. Yes, show me your goods. I have 233 gold. So, we have Dispel Powder, which dissipates an energy field without any side effects to the caster, freeing the way. Magic Gems. With the aid of a magical gem, you can gain an overview of where the party is located. Magic Keys. A magical skeleton key is used to trip the tumblers of a lock, such as that it may be opened safely. And torches. A torch is a portable light source made out of wood, with one end covered in flammable material. Well, I know that I've been struggling to get into some locked places, such as places behind Jellum and some places in the castle. I want to say some places in the Lyceum or Empath Abbey might have been locked and not accessible to me as well. So maybe I'll buy like 10 magic keys for use around my exploring of the towns. You know what? I'll just go ahead and buy all the magic keys I can afford. I imagine they'll come in handy. All right. Other people to talk to. You see a beautiful, impressive guard. I am Friday. How are you? I am well enough. What do you do? I shall warn you against taking this gold. Do you intend to steal it? No, not really. That is good. It is not yours to take. The innkeeper says, welcome to the sleep shop. I am Timus. Are you in need of lodging? We have a room with one bed available for 15 gold. Not right now. I actually spent all my gold, so I don't even have 15 gold. Alright, who else is there to talk to in Vesper? There's this kid. You see a slender youth. I am Flatbush. How are you? Flatbush says, I am very powerful. What do you do? I am an apprentice mage, and Calumny's favorite. He lives in you. Have you been to you? Yes, I have. Calumny knows the Quicken spell. Seek him out. I think I also learned the Quicken spell. I'm willing to... Yep. I was willing to bet because there's a way to walk around back here that there is someone down here to talk to. I am Randall. How are you? I am well. What do you do? I teach of the shrines. One must visit each shrine for 1, 2, and 3 cycles for your paths to be clear. Do you visit them often? I try to. Very good. Farewell, traveler. Okay, I think that is everything to be gained from Vesper. How far away am I from level 4? 150 experience still. So still a few fights to get through before we are on our way. I guess while I'm here, let's check my journal. We learned something about humility. The mantra of humility is the mantra of pride reversed. And that's all we learned on that. Other quests. We know about the guild merchant. In fact, we talked to him. So we need like, I don't know. He says 900 gold. Back to pause. We got a couple reasons to go to pause. Go back to pause now. Nothing new there. Buccaneer's Den, Castle Britannia. So it looks like we have a few reasons to go back to Castle Britannia once again. And this time we can actually access some of the places because we have magical keys. Yeah. We've still got some time with this episode. Let's find ourselves a shortcut way back to Britannia. Which really means crossing the Bloody Plains, heading back up to Minnick, and catching a Moongate, likely. Headless emerged. 3 of them. It'd be better if you guys didn't miss. Just saying. All right, Maria. And Dupree's turn. 35. Not bad damage, all things considered. So these particular creatures aren't hurting us all that bad, but, you know, it all wears on you over time. I have the option of using a magic key or opening without a key, so I'm gonna risk it. An acid trap? Well, luckily it only burned one person. Back to the village of Minnick, where the inn is prohibitively expensive. You know, it occurs to me the other way we could get back to Castle Britannia, actually, is to head south to the shoreline and see about finding a new ship. Having one in this area in the Great Sea, basically within the inner arc of the continent, would be really useful, I think. We just gotta get ourselves in and out of this battle first. But battle is part of the advancement of this game. If I was to like really redesign this game and push it further away from its original design, in the 80s it was pretty much like combat is content. You fight monsters, you gain experience, you gain gold. Because and part of the reason was you could get a lot of economy or a lot of content out of very little data. And when these games were first being made, the amount of data you could store in the system was very, very small. So efficiently using that data to build a game around was pretty much everything. Had to build the combat engine, the combat systems, all the sprites, all the stats and everything to maximize the amount of combat they could do, or the variety of combat, with very limited memory. On the southern shore of the Bloody Plains, I think is a fine place to hang out. You know what? I'm going to step up here and make camp really quick. This allows us to use up some extra food to get everyone rested and a little bit healthier for the oncoming adventure. as we get ready to see if we can't find ourselves some more pirates and take their ship. It's just a rogue. Hopefully we can kill him before he steals very much of our gold. Yeah, he's still attacking. Might have been his last mistake. He lived? There we go. I do like how the system turned out with the dexterity-based turn order economy. Two of us were poisoned. So cure poison costs at least 5 gold per ingredient. And if I remember right, keys cost 10 gold per use. So it's a debate as far as which one's more affordable in the long run. Using keys to open chests safely or casting cure poison. And there's lots of other effects too, so... I mean, if I had more money, I'd be investing a lot more keys. Nixies! Jeez, Sim. That excellent attack really did some work. Nice. These fights are going much better. With our two frontliners having melee weapons. And our backliner having a sling. She's not doing a whole lot of damage right now, but that's mainly because we haven't bought much in the way of reagents and stuff. Still massing wealth, slowly but surely. How are we doing on food? We're down to 15 rations, so I've used up about a quarter of our starting rations. And food is used over time, whether we're standing still or moving. And of course, extra food is used when we're camping, so that'll become particularly acute when we're in dungeons. We want to make sure we're stocked up on food, torches, keys, magic gems maybe. Come on, pirate ship. Yes. All right. Maria? Yeah. Give him a slumber. Of course, slapping someone through the vitals with a sword will wake them up, but everyone else is fast asleep. Not all creatures are susceptible to sleep, but people are. It is a lower circle spell, so its duration isn't all that long, even if we leave them alone. But a little bit of spell casting gives us that huge advantage for this. Was the way to go. I'm going to use a magic key. And we're on board a ship. So we can use this to sail around the landscape of the inner bay here, getting us back to the castle. And having this ship hang out near Britain will be really useful. go ahead and just destroy some Nixies along the way. Evil Nixies. Now, if they had seahorse slaves along with them, we'd want the seahorses to go away free if possible. Because they are not evil. They're just used by evil people. The wind has been quite favorable to me. There's a little village up there that I'm not entirely sure how to get to right at the moment. We're taking our keys and other tools that we've earned back to the castle to see if we can't wrap up those quest items that we found there. Almost there. More pirates. Oh, I should have hit him with another sleep spell. Oh well. I don't think I'm going to bother this time. Yeah, that lead pirate's gone. Now we're just down to the sailors. Dealing with these guys ought to be all right. Okay. Specifically while we're here, we are want to make sure I know why I'm here exactly. I want to talk to Zorin about the Abyss so we can find them. Stones, blue stone, stone of compassion, stone of valor, stone of justice, stone of honor, redstone. Okay. Other quests. So I guess we have only Zorin to talk to in the castle at the moment. Only 56 more experience to go to be level 4. We are a little beat up. We could go talk to Lord British and get healed up. Use a magic key. Never mind. All right. Who are you? You see a wise mage. I am Zorin. How are you? I'm old, very old. What do you do? I am here to help you. Seek help in the castles of the Lyceum, Empathy Abbey, and Serpent's Hold. Find therein all named Antos, and ask of the bell, book, and candle. All right. So now we have reasons to go back to all of those shrines. Hey, dude, did you know the secret passage was open here? You see a ragged soul? Yes. How are you? Very poor. What do you do? I have none. I am here to pay for my crimes. Are you a pirate? No, I'm not. I hope that this is true. Crime is an evil thing. Prisoner turns away. Okay. And right here, we're going to get into the merits of save scumming. In my opinion, save scumming, if it's a feature, Different people can use it different ways if they want to. But knowing that there are a lot of my friends have ability issues, varying levels of disability, being able to reload a game that has gone wrong for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't have enough energy, or they didn't have enough mobility in their hands at the moment to play the game up to the level of skill that was necessary that day. Maybe they just had emotional problems and couldn't really focus on the game. Whatever the case is, or maybe they didn't understand the impact of dialogue choices that were made along the way. And, sometimes game manufacturers will have a dialogue that seems to imply something is being said, but then the response from the person seems to imply that something else was said entirely differently. And you're like, that's not at all what I said. But I like save scumming for accessibility reasons. In this case, I'm using save scumming because I'm about to get into a battle that's going to be rough. A Reaper emerged, one of the most dangerous enemies in this game. And that's why. So the first thing we're going to cast is Protection. Actually, you can negate magic? Yeah. That means the Reaper can no longer use magical attacks. I probably should have cast Protection beforehand, because I can't cast magical spells either. So all he can do really is lash out with his melee attack, which hopefully really helps, because these magical attacks would have been devastating. But there's a purpose to this. I hope. Yikes. 10% of Sim's health in one blow. Still, we're getting good hits in. And there are 3 of us and only 1 of it. Dupree, what you got? Nice. Okay, we won that fight. Sim's party was victorious for 12 experience points. The Reaper being destroyed means we can grab this. Buried under the Reaper is a large chest. Yeah, we'll use a magic key. You find 252 gold. Well worth the risk, I deem. And that should essentially conclude the secret passages of Castle Britannia. Now that we've completed that Reaper battle, let's check in with what's his name? Hawkwind, right. On our virtues. You show your compassion well. Continued goodwill should be your guide. So we're making some progress on compassion, that's good. You are showing valor in the face of danger. Strive to become yet more so. Justice? You have not proven yourself to be just. Okay. Sacrifice. Your sacrifice is small. Yes, I haven't had a chance to really use that yet. You seem to be honorable in nature. Seek to bring honor upon others as well. Spirituality? Strive to know and master more of your inner being. Meditation lights the path. Humility. Your humility shines bright upon your being. Seek now the elevation. Go to the Shrine of Spirituality and meditate for 3 cycles. This should be the Shrine of Humility. So there's a bug. So if I take a look at my journal under Seeking Enlightenment, for more under Humility, Hawkwind advised me to seek elevation at the Shrine of Humility. The Humility is on the north bank of the Isle of the Abyss. The mantra of humility is the mantra of pride reversed. So we are ready to seek enlightenment for humility, but we're not. guarded by an army of daemons. I'm not sure that we would actually succeed. Everyone wakes up. Let's talk to the British and get healed. How are you? No, I'm not. Heal my wounds. Thank you. What advice do you have now? Learn the passive virtue and seek to gain entry into the 8 shrines. Find the runes needed for entry to each shrine and learn each mantra used to focus your meditations. Within the shrines, you will learn of the deeds which show your inner virtue or vice. Okay. Choose your path wisely, for all deeds, good and evil, are remembered and can return to hinder you. Visit the seer Hawkwind often and use his wisdom to help guide you. When you are ready, Hawkwind will advise you to seek elevation, which he's done on one of my virtues already, to partial avatarhood in a virtue. Seek to become an avatar of all 8 virtues, for only then will you be ready to seek the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. You are doing very well indeed on the path to avatarhood. Strive to achieve elevation in all 8 virtues. Farewell, friend. Okay. That is it for Vesper, I think, with a stop off at Lord British's castle once again to get healed up. We are hail and battle ready. 44 experience away from leveling up and being able to add another party mate to ourselves. But we'll deal with those in future episodes. I'm going to go back inside where it's safer to close out the episode. We'll deal with that in future episodes of Let's Play Ultima IV. A fan creation of Ultima V by yours truly. Or, I'm sorry, a fan recreation of Ultima IV made by yours truly. Available to watch only here on SimGamer TV.